I understand the people talking about being peaceful, but I want to know what are their plans after you tell the people to be peaceful. What you what you have in plan. That should already be in place. Now, if they're gonna meet and do something, that's good, but they should already have that in place. And going to the Justice Department, that's just going to the court again. Is we gonna have to do something ourselves, Larry? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tomorrow morning, we'll pick up on part 2 as we continue to explore. Not guilty. Not guilty. We'll know more to what our civil rights groups are saying. We'll know more what our legal defense folks are advising. And we want to know from you what we're going to do. And then I'm going to put the question again out there. When the next situation happens in our city, and it's not George Zimmerman who shoots the next person, what are we going to say about that? And now, this week, we're going to have the opportunity to have a conversation with some of the finest attorneys in this city, the state, and some would even say the nation. This morning, to get us started, in the courtroom, he's known as an expert litigator with a calm, calculating approach for getting to the truth. With more than 42 years of practice, he's been successful. 90% of his state court cases, over 40% of his federal cases, 4 times higher than the national average. It is an honor for me to have on this show Esquire the Best, Mr. Billy Murphy. Good morning, Esquire. How are you, sir?
How are you, Larry? I'm happy to be on the show, and I've got
Billy Murphy,
to share.
Okay. Well, I basically, you are one easily. When we had trolls, we said we're going to do this on lawyers and recognizing our lawyers. You came up number 1, and there's no hesitation to put it any better than that. Billy Murphy, talk to us in your own way.
Well, the last caller, and thank you for inviting me on the show, Larry. You have a great show, and I'm always honored to be on it. The last caller asked the right question. What should we do? And I have a list of 7 things that we ought to do. Number 1, millions of people, including most of the black community, are outraged by this acquittal. And if you share that outrage, you can sign a petition to the United States Attorney General Eric Holder to direct the Department of Justice to prosecute Mr. Zimmerman under the federal civil rights laws. And that was done in the Rodney King case successfully. It's been done in other cases around the country successfully. And it should be an appropriate response to this terrible stand your ground law that I think was more than anything else responsible for this conviction. And so number 2, we should force the repeal of stand your ground in Florida and in the 24 other states which passed it by having repeated mass demonstrations, mass emails, texts, letters, and face-to-face conversations with the key legislators in those cases. And we should run candidates against those legislators who introduced or sponsored stand your ground laws in those states. Number 3, on a targeted basis, we should boycott the products we use from the major companies who finance the powerful and secretive American Legislative Exchange Council. It's also called ALEC, which introduced Stand Your Ground in Florida and got it passed in 24 separate states by simultaneously introducing that legislation over the past couple of years. And on my blog, which will be up later today, you'll have all the information you need about this organization, which we call ALEC, and we should rally to join with the organizations that have exposed ALEC, such as the Center for Media and Democracy, and an organization called ALEC Exposed, and another organization called Source Watch, who are ready to help. Number 4, We should demonstrate against Jeb Bush, the so-called compassionate conservative governor of Florida, and U.S. Senator Marco Rubio, who both want to be president, and make them work to repeal it. Number 5, we should work closely with the Hispanic Latino community in all these efforts, despite the fact that a Hispanic Latino juror voted for acquittal. We should not assume either that she or George Zimmerman speaks for that community any more than they or anyone else should assume that Justice Clarence Thomas speaks for blacks. The Hispanic Latino community and its organizations know that stand your ground is just as bad for them as immigrants and people of color as it is for us. Remember, Barack Obama would not have been elected president without their overwhelming support. And we should likewise increase our support for the DREAM Act, which gives them a path to citizenship. And finally, number 6, the American people should be taught that stand your ground is bad for all citizens, not just people of color. And we are in a teaching position today. And remember, our role is not just to be angry, but well thought out action motivated by targeted anger is superior. We are meant to be their leaders on issues like this, and we should lead.
Wow. In less than 5 minutes, Doc, you captured the whole program and summarized the action after 4 hours of talk, what we need to do next. That was much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Bill, I got 2.5 minutes. Let me just ask you this, sir. You have emerged as a major litigator, and is a book coming?
Yes, I'm working on a book right now.
Oh, right. I didn't know. I just wanted to ask that because I really think you got one in you.
Look, one will be my legal career, and the other will be a book on cross-examination.
I'm on. And one of the proud moments I saw is about a year or so ago. You were there when your son was acknowledged for his work. What a joy that must be, because here you follow your mother and your dad, and now here's your son following you. That must be very strong for you.
Well, you know what it says out there in the community, that the apple doesn't fall far from the trees. And the first tree was my daddy and my mama, and the second was me, I guess, and third was Hassan. But, you know, the apple doesn't fall from the tree unless the tree is on the slope. You know what I mean?
No doubt about it.
And we try to give him level ground.
Well done.
Now, let me say one more thing, Larry.
Yes, sir.
Let me say one more thing. I want everybody to go to my website. Not to hire me as a lawyer. You can do that if you want to, but this is more important. And that is to look at the things that I've just said, and I give you all of the source material that you need to fully understand this issue and the role that the Stand Your Ground law played in it. And I give you the list of all of the companies that are involved in ALEC. And the boycott that I'm advocating should be against the products that we use from these companies. And the companies are like a who's who. Exxon is a member. The Koch brothers are a member. And the list of major corporations goes on and on. All the big pharmaceutical companies are members. Most of the television programmers like DirecTV and what's the other one? Dish Network are members. The major telephone companies are members. The list goes on and on. So we've got to pick the products that we use the most from these companies and boycott their butts. And they respond to green much more than they respond to black.
How did I know something like that? I don't even have a college degree, but the lawyer do. Billy Murphy. I put it out there yesterday, and he put it out there today. So I guess Larry the Celebrity Car Driver think just like Billy Murphy. Until next time, folks, WOLB 1010 AM, the home of the Larryyoung Morning Show.
It goes like this.
God, when I was alone and had nothing, I asked for a friend to help me bear the pain. No one came except God. I needed a breath to rise from my sleep. No one to help me except God. When all
I saw was sad, and I needed answers. None heard me, except God. So when I'm asked who I give my unconditional love to, look for no other name.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day, the best of news talk heard right here on 1010 WOLB. Family, I thank you for your continual listening and your support, and we pray together and strengthen ourselves. Don't forget, Friday, July the 19th, Reverend Al Sharpton, Martin Luther King III, here in Baltimore in the Shallow Baptist Church. Well, good morning. I'm Larryyoung.
WOLB Baltimore, a Radio 1 station where information is power.
Morris.